Well, good morning to all you early morning coffee breakers. You are with Coffee Break with Senabella, and I am here with you. Can you believe it's Friday already? Sometimes you can't wait till Friday, and other times Fridays come too soon. This was that one for me. It came way too soon. I felt like I missed a day. And maybe it was because I was a little more tired than I anticipated being this weekend. From the past few weeks of this past month. It's been a really trying period of trying to balance time, the essence of what it is that I need to do, want to do, have to do, managing my conversations with people. My spirit has been challenged, and so I had to really reckon with that. But at the end of the day, I was really more sleepy than everything. Man, Sleepy is what you could have called me, Sleepy Senabella. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm happy that you're here. Welcome to Coffee Break. And as always, it's time to get into the show and allow me to open with the grace that I've been blessed with, waking up to feeling beautiful. So just let's close our eyes and let's get into it. And if your eyes aren't closed and you just groove into it and you want to sing along with me, I would love that. I want to wake up feeling beautiful. 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 So beautiful, beautiful. I want to wake up feeling 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 beautiful. So beautiful, beautiful. I want to wake up with the sun in my eyes and joy in my heart. I want to wake up feeling beautiful. I want to wake up feeling beautiful. So beautiful, beautiful. So beautiful, beautiful. So beautiful, 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 beautiful. And we're here. It is Friday. This is August the 20th. This is 2025, and we are here. And we give ourselves the right to feel beautiful no matter what goes on in our lives. Let's impose the will of our thoughts, our mind, and our actions. Hey, so let's get it going. Let's get it going. I'm excited today because I have beautiful things to talk about. But more importantly, as we talk about feeling beautiful, I want to add to this moment Bill Morton, a dear, dear, dear friend of mine who has become someone important because I've only met him through social media and through Trudy Leon, his lovely, lovely friend, the woman in his life. And I had the honor of meeting him during the time of COVID, actually, he and Trudy. And Trudy she granted me an interview. And in doing so, that interview went live and we talked about the album, The Art of Protest, that Bobby Irving and I co-produced together. And that's when I get to meet Bill Morton. And Bill hurt himself about a week ago now, I guess. And he's now presently in a nursing home because after doing many tours around the city, talking about the trains and destinations and where they go and what they do, he's on the council. He's a councilman in Rogers Park. He's running for alderman. I mean, this guy is really active. He's a real civic servant and leader, and he's someone with a wonderful spirit. He's always come in and supported what I do here at Coffee Break with Senabella. And so I just want to put up love and good and best wishes, and I ask that you do the same. Just let's just show love to each other in this world, right? and just like pray for one another and pray for all the missing kids that's just coming up missing all over the place. And while they're missing, let us not be missed. Okay? Let us not be missed. So, Bill, you have our love, our thoughts, our prayers this morning, and we're looking forward to seeing and hearing about your recovery. I'll just share with you, I didn't mention it, but he went down the steps, he fell at the train station, and he in his attempt to recover, I guess he looked up and he realized his whole foot turned around from front to back. So I think she said it was his right foot, and she said twisted all the way around. So if you can even imagine the amount of pain he must have endured and what he's going through. So let's transform that pain into healing and happiness and overall recovery. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep going, because today I want to talk about someone that I love and honor dearly. And she is my dear, dear, dear sister and friend. I have been at her knee learning and growing and becoming the woman that I am. A great part of who I am has been fostered by her. She's probably the sweetest person I ever met in my world. You know, one of them. I won't take Aura out of the picture because she'll come and get me. But at the end of the day, Zemrah is here and on the ground, and she has enlightened everybody's life with her beautiful spirit and her desire to serve and serving herself in many ways in the community that she's lived in the south suburbs of Chicago for many, many years. A lot of people love her. She does dynamic things. And so here's a picture of us at the Cotton Club, if you can believe that. And I think this was like an open mic moment, and they let me sing, and then she got the mic and she started singing. And so these were the early years, you know, when I thought I was cute, and I went and got this little two-piece green suit from a Goodwill, and it was wool cashmere, and I had a little silk top, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go and show up. And then here's Zemrah in her leather. And let me say something to you. She always knew how to dress. It was never a mistake. She was always into dress, jewelry, perfume, everything. So I was watching her like real attentively. And so much so that when I got to a place in my life where I had begun to look at who I would be and what things I could do more other than sing jazz, I started producing shows. And I was blessed to come over to the Illinois Institute of Technology, which later I'll show you more on myself. But more importantly, my first presentation of the Bronzeville Divas was when I brought in Zemrah and Maggie Brown. And we did that at the Schultz Auditorium. And so it was my way of saluting her as the person who was important in my life, to bring people in that I thought that were really stakeholders and image makers on the scene in Chicago. And then later, as I continued to work with, which is recent, this is as recent as this year in June, I think it was June 21st, 22nd, we did the Wildflower Music Festival, the Bronzeville Vendor Fair and Wildflower Music Festival. IIT continues to support me and my ideas, my thoughts, my creativity. And so in my third year, I bring Zemrah back into the picture. And so there she is. There she is. So not to disappoint you, let me bring to the stage Zemrah. And we're going to transform this into a conversation. And as we get into the show, before we get another word going, I'm going to play the opening of the show and say thank you to those who bring us in and make it happen. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Zemrah. I am Zemrah. We'll be right back.
We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings.
And there we are. Here we are back again. Hi, Zemrah. Good morning, Zim.
Good morning, Miss Senabella, Miss Bronzeville Diva herself.
Say what you say, but you are who you are.
How are you this morning? And I want to say thank you for having me.
I am more than well. I'm excited to be here with you, my true, tried and true, way back in the day.
Yes, way back when. Some real experiences too.
Yes.
Yes.
Write a book on all those things, couldn't we?
You said what now?
We could write a book on all that.
Girl, I'm telling you, I've really thought about doing it too. I mean, for real.
Yeah, well, you should.
We got a whole lot to talk about in that book.
Oh my God, you could do like the sisters who do the breast cancer books. They get all the sisters together and everybody likes a chapter.
Yes.
Yes,
because it was truly, but it was a great experience. And so, we understand that it was a great experience and just keep it moving, as I always say.
Yeah. In fact, if we stop and think about it, everything in our life is a great experience, no matter how bad or how good they are, because I wouldn't be the person I am had I not had to transform from so many situations and things.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's how we grow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how we grow and really find out the real substance and how we can really move with things. So that's what makes you really who you are.
Robert Yarborough's in the room and he's saying, "Good morning, Senabella. You're here for Zemrah. I know you are, Robert. I know you." You heard that music. I told her I was listening to that music while I was in the tub yesterday. I was like, love is possible.
And it is. It really is. Good morning, Robert.
Yeah. And don't you just love that open to the song? We're going to play that. We're going to play it. I don't know if we should play it now or whatever, but I'm for that song. That song and me, we are one. And I tell her, my cats and I, we all rap.
Senabella, you
played it a lot yesterday.
I always say, Senabella, you know what? You're a dynamic vocalist, but you could also do some stand-up too. You know that, right? I didn't always said that.
Well, it's all part of the flow, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we got Vieta Robinson's in the house. She says, "Grand Rising Queens, those glasses are fabulous. Are they not?" I told her she all Hollywood.
It's a story behind them, for real.
I love those glasses.
Wow.
Yes. What's the story, Zim, with those glasses? Because I love those glasses.
I got a style.
Oh, that's the story behind the glasses. That's the style behind the glasses.
No, I love them too, but vanity.
Well, I think every time we take a look at ourselves, we can find things that really give us a lift, right?
Oh yeah,
just vanity. Those are a playful side of you, and that's something I haven't.
That's it. That's what it's. We always got to have something to have some other identity or have that look that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, that's why I got them on this morning, really. And I figured, well, why not have a pair of my jazzy ones on? Because I collect glasses.
Yeah.
For one thing.
Oh well, then I know where to come. I forget I can come over there and just rummage.
Yeah, because I really do. I
don't know what I could walk out with. I don't know if I've ever walked out with anything of yours when I've been to your place.
Really?
I don't think so. I've just admired everything. I just go through. Touch, step back, look, touch. Everybody, look, this sister is like all things fashion, home. She could do a lifestyle channel right in her home.
Oh,
you really can.
You're so gracious. Thank you.
Everything what you see and know of Zemrah, it transitions into everything she does in her home. And I remember, I remember because I'm looking back at when I first went to her home. And I remember she was saying, "You hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I sit down at the table and she said, "Let me get you something." And she go in open her refrigerator. She got all this food in her refrigerator and everything. I'm like, damn. Still here.
Don't be acting like you don't have no food.
No, you have food cooked and ready.
Oh yeah, I'm a cooker. I love cooking.
Oh my God. So talk some more about what you like to do other than singing, because I'm trying to delay the music so a few more people can come in and get a taste of that song again. I'm going to give that to them as well. But
Well, thank you, sweetie. But what I love life. That's number one. And that's one reason why I love the song that is my signature song, Here's to Life, because I feel like no matter age is nothing but a number. As long as you can walk, talk, and breathe, you keep it moving. And so that's what I really try to do. And I live by that. You choose the things and keep on dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. And so that's what I do. And I just, I feel that that's very important for people to understand that don't stop dreaming because of age. Mm. And all you get is all you give. That's why I try to give of myself, be who I am, because I believe that all you give is all you get. And that's one of the verses, and one of the lines, rather.
I was just about to say that. When of course, I'm learning the lyrics because I've listened to it so many times. This is what you get is what you give. What you
that's right.
is what you say. And I'm like, wow, that's another thing. Your writing style, the simplicity of it, right? You don't mince words and stuff. You just get right to it. It's not too flowery or poetic. Like I tend to be very poetic when I'm writing. And
your writing is beautiful, though.
Thank you. But I love your style. And I think that's what, when I listen to it, that simplicity, and it helps people to just keep following through and hearing that beautiful music. The open is beautiful on your stuff is great. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So would you say that, and let me just ask this question, because when you think about what is authentic about you, how do you see yourself when I use the word authentic?
I'd say genuine. What comes from the heart goes to the heart. And I try to treat people like I want to be treated. Mm. I'm very spiritual, from the depths of my soul. Mm. And I just try to stand by what I say. Mm-hmm. What I say is what I mean, and I mean what I say. So I just try to be who I am. And God has blessed me, Senabella, just to be natural. It's no put on. What you see is what you get. You don't want to cross me. Mm. I do take a lot. I take maybe too much. A lot of people say, Zemrah, you just take too much. But when I'm done, then I'm done. But I do. I believe in grace. Mm-hmm. So I just try to be who I am and enjoy being like that. That's not to say that, and I always say no one's perfect. Everybody has their faults, but I try to be as genuine as I can. And I think it's natural.
Let me ask this, because I'll say this and then ask the question. For me, I believe my voice has become the essence of what my experiences have been. When I sing, I feel like that is a projection of my experiences. It's not just a voice, it's an experience. So what is it that has shaped you and your sound and caused you to understand and know that you were going to be taking this journey as a vocalist, and more importantly, a jazz vocalist?
Yeah. Well, I've been listening to jazz. I was one of those young girls, like, 9, 7, 8, well, I'd say maybe about 8, 9, where my brother, he was, he just loved music, but he loved jazz. He was a drummer. He could play drums. He was just such an artist himself in every way, literally an artist, really. And I think listening to Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, my Nancy Wilson, who I just love, opened up for. So many, Dakota Staten, I'm listening at 9, 10, 11, The Late Late Show by Dakota Staten. So I think, my surroundings, my environment, came up in a very, very good environment, a good home. And I think that listening to jazz at such a young age, I love all music, but jazz just really stuck with me. And I guess because it tells such a wonderful story, and it just became embedded in me. And that's when with jazz, it tells a story, such a wonderful story. And you don't have to go through a whole lot of changes. You can just, you can do your thing, with jazz. Like I'm always described as Zemrah. Hermine came up with that, Zemrah with a twist, because I'm going to take a song and do what I want to do with it always. So I think just, my upbringing and coming up in that environment and listening to all of the greats just shaped me into, that this is what I wanted to do. And God blessed me with a God-given voice. Thank you. Because I've never really had any training, and it was just a natural voice. And the one thing about it that I'm so amazed about is that I used to be a soprano. I was a lot, my voice was a lot higher. And now I have just mellowed into, a deeper voice.
Mhm.
And I love it.
Well, I didn't know you used to be a soprano. So how long were you singing in the soprano voice before you realized you had more depth and character in your voice?
Probably until I was probably about, I'd say probably till about 45, 47.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is
I
so.
was listening to some of my tapes and I'm saying, wow, it almost didn't even sound like me.
Right. And
And it was,
my voice is starting to season into a lower register as well.
I noticed that too. And
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
mean, my soprano voice, it was on the money now. I ain't gonna brag, but it was. But now I have mellowed into a more, lower and deeper and more mellow.
Yeah, but it's really beautiful. In fact, your phrasing is really excellent too. That's another thing. When I'm listening to a vocalist sing, I'm definitely listening for how they tell that story, right? Because all of us have our own way of singing or say transcribing what it is that's lyrically there into the flow for the melody and the rhythm, right?
Yes.
And so one of the things that I love about your music is that you're always like right in the pocket of it, but at the same time what you do doesn't seem risky, but it's definitely
Risky.
It's risky, right? It's stuff that you do with so much ease. It doesn't feel like you're making any kind of really big things happening, but then all of a sudden you get this beautiful stuff and you go, wow. I mean, and then you know how to do all the things that people expect jazz artists to do. You know how to scat, you know how to you do all that.
Yeah.
But more importantly is that you do that story and it's like real solid. It's like you landed. It's like when you see a gymnast land her that move that they make coming off the bars or something, you land it like that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. I think that it's important for people to know that when you're in the industry of music, there is no cutoff date. And
right.
I think that we stand in that. It's like we know that there are many other younger, vibrant, up and coming artists. So what has been your sustainability?
The love of music and the love of jazz. Mm-hmm. I think that's because we have a lot of dynamic millennials, boy, that can blow. And but I think what we have to make sure that we do is just stay in our lane and continue to do what we do, love what we do, and just keep the flow going. Mm-hmm. Because jazz cannot, and we've talked about that. Jazz cannot get lost.
It really can't. And it's an important way in which we have to preserve it, more than just to preserve it for like a historical feat, but for a future feat, it is a feature like they do other art music. So what are your takes on that?
Wait, say that again.
people have to see jazz as they do other great music and art. What is your take on it? What's your spin, and how do you see the preservation of jazz and going forward? What are some of the things you think that can help promote it and make it bigger, more accessible, seen as a model of, just like they do other more popular and obviously other genres of music that make a whole lot more money than jazz do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just keep doing what we're doing. That's really, I mean, just simple as that. We got to just keep doing our shows. One of the things that I thought about that you said about, if you can just be seen regularly, I come out not as often as I should, but just keep. I feel just keep doing our thing and don't let anything, derail that or change that, because jazz is my soul. I mean, I love gospel. I love R&B. I love everybody that does what they do. It's brilliant. It's wonderful. But I have to say that I enjoy and I love doing the music that I do. And like you, as far as and bringing more young people in, I admire. You're talking about me, but I admire what you do, because those brothers that performed on that stage with me at that Wildflower Festival were absolutely mesmerized. I mean, they just mesmerized me. I could not believe how powerful they were, mm-hmm. and how in sync they were with that music. It was amazing. I mean, it blew me away. I had never heard any young guys be so on point and so dynamic, and you could tell it was obvious that they loved what they were doing in the field of jazz.
Yeah,
they blew me away.
Yeah, we had Dakari. I'm trying to figure out where's Dakari's picture at on here. He's not on this picture, but I must have brought up the other one that we had before we got him added. But Dakari Barclay. Miss Quartet was out of sight. And then Zion Ali came up. He was early. But one of the things I loved about Zion is that he's so true and authentic to his style of what he's doing.
Yes.
It's not jazz, but it's positive, upbeat, and motivational music. And we needed it more than I can even realize that we needed it. But Zion, his whole spectacle of music is based upon how he thinks and feels about himself in this day and this time. And encouraging people to get on their feet. And then you have Thaddeus Toops.
Oh yeah, he's bad too. Just phenomenal, absolutely. Yeah. And it's a message. It's a real message that they're sending out, that will not let that music die.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's just. It's just no real words. It's just.
That's what it's about, though.
It is. And when you got a message in a song, that's what that's everything. And that's what I love about jazz too, because you can make up lyrics. I take and just, I can be just off the cuff and just make up some lyrics right then and there, because it's just so easy to do. And that's what's so profound about jazz.
Well, I want to ask our guests who are here, type in, let me know what your favorite jazz artists, who are some of your favorite jazz artists, not necessarily the ones that are present today, but from back in the day, who are the ones that influenced your ear and made you say, I want to listen to jazz, I like jazz, or I'm going to sing jazz, or I used to sing jazz, or what is your style and what is it that like encourages you? And that's what's important to us, isn't it? When we're there before the crowd, we want to make sure that we've provided something that's stimulating and invigorating, as well as has historical significance to it, which I think even your new music does that,
Yeah.
So Dolores, my cousin Dolores is in the room. I love having my family. And she says, good morning, Dolores.
Good morning, Dolores.
Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. Oh my God. I say it all the time. And then look who came in the room with us this morning. Asada came in. She says, I'm getting exposed to this sister. I can look her up. Zemrah.
Yeah. Just go to I Am Zemrah.
Yes. Well, it's on. I think you have it on here. I Am Zemrah at Zemrah1 at yahoo.com is where you can find it. But in that I'm saying it, I want to go ahead and play her music, but I want to talk about it because it's such a beautiful. We only have one tune up today, but I promise you, if you've ever heard her sing "Here's to Life," how about this? "Everything Must Change," one of my favorites. When you say "Everything Must Change," and I think you did another song for Betty Carter. What was that? Oh my God, I can't think of it. But you've done things that have really just stimulated my thinking. And let me say who else did that. Joan Colossal. Remember she used to sing down at the Cotton Club?
Yeah.
She used to do a whole lot of that music too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Joan is a great vocalist.
Yeah, well, you're right up there.
Great style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about Chicago jazz is that it's so influential.
It is. And we have so many great vocalists. Dee Alexander, that's our bad sister, and she's been around a long time. And I think one of the things that we always have to remember, and that's another thing, I love going to see other artists. There's no intimidation. There's no envy. I just love to see us as a people that God has blessed us with the talent to be able to get up there and do your thing. And I mean, Teresa Griffin, that's a bad sister. Now, she do everything. Yes. But we have to make sure that we give people their flowers, and just, hey, just I don't ever have a problem saying, hey, that's a bad sister right there.
And that was where I came from when Malachi Thompson says, "Hey, you're a Bronzeville diva." That was me right there at that point. It was like, wow, how can I be the only Bronzeville diva? Who are they? Where'd they come from? And are they here now?
Yes.
And putting together the production back in 2010 to come up 2011, over at
that was awesome, Senabella.
Yeah, but I was doing it over at the Great Black Music Project too. So I had some sense of direction, but I just understood that it was important that people knew more about who we were collectively.
Right.
And I was hoping to foster as well this idea of what I thought in some ways was missing on the ground, which was the cohesiveness of our relationships as jazz artists.
Right.
Because we were all out there chasing down that money.
Right.
And
right.
It was so little of it.
Yeah. Right.
There was so little of it. It was like, what are we fighting over? $50?
Right.
But it wasn't really the $50. It was the exposure.
There you go. That was the main thing, the exposure.
Yes. So Asada says, thank you. In terms of my favorite jazz vocalists, there are more contemporary, and they are Diane Reeves, Liz Wright, Angela. Couldn't go wrong on that.
No, and I do a couple of Diana Reeves songs. Yeah, I love her.
Yes. Her arrangements are out of sight.
Oh wow, they are.
So man, please, I don't even talk about Afro Blue. When I do it, that was one of the people when she did. I like, oh, I got to do that. I had to change it up a little bit, make it a little faster, but Afro Blue was definitely the hot tune. It's still the hot tune on my sets, but Diane Reeves is one who knocked it out the park,
Yeah, that girl's cold. Yeah, she's cold.
And then Angela Bofield, I was doing I Tried. Remember?
Yeah.
So
that's my girl, Angela Bofield. Yeah.
Any of her songs as well?
No, I haven't did any of Angela Bofield. No.
You were more into Phyllis Hyman, right?
Yeah. I did Phyllis, did some of Phyllis. Yeah.
And then what about Liz Wright? Liz Wright is the bomb too.
Now, I have to check her out.
She's here in Chicago.
Really?
Oh God, come on. We're gonna talk. Little Black Pearl. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. And then Naima says, wow, I knew men's voices change. I didn't realize women's voices change over time also. Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. Everybody's register changes. Yeah. It's a big deal too, because you go in and call a tune and you say, give me that in C minor, want to swing it or whatever. Next thing you know, you're like, oh,
you and F.
I need to do that in another key. That's
right.
And
I go through that. I go through that quite a bit too. Now that my voice has gotten, gotten lower, but it's still, mellow like Stella. We
It
well,
is. And I think
yeah,
do the way you season your songs. It's a preservation of your voice. You do learn how to take care of your voice. You realize there are areas in which you have to be mindful of because you'll be sharp and not know it, right? Or
right,
you'll be sort of just dry. It's not even
yes,
you're not singing in the right key. It's just kind of dry. You
yeah,
do have to change the keys on songs that you're singing in from time to time. You'll find yourself, well, I have a lot of recordings where I go, okay, I just need to bring that down a half step.
yeah, and that's where your musicians come in at and have to understand that too. A lot of times,
Mhm.
they have to understand that. And I try to work with musicians that are pretty flexible and understand that you might want to this is me, because they I've had musicians say, I love working with Zemrah. She takes, like when we were talking about a little earlier about risks, she takes a few risks, but it keeps it exciting.
Yeah.
So I have to, that's the main thing, is that we have to always make sure that we have musicians that understand and can flow with you. That's the key, because we're only as good as our musicians too.
That's true. And then when we're on stage, we're all learning from each other. Even though we've rehearsed, even though we're there basically in essence learning new things.
Yeah.
Now, I know what happens to me when I'm on stage. I sort of take off and go to another planet. What's that experience like for you?
Fun. Just again, being conscious, of course, but then just having fun. And then I feed off the audience. So, when the audience is really, you can really feel the energy from the audience. That's who gives you even more power. So I just, I just have fun, Senabella, and I feel so alive. When I'm performing, I'm like my husband always says, it's like I become someone else.
Mm.
And it just fills my soul, because I feel, I always try to sing from the soul and the heart, and I just man, I just can't even describe the feeling that I have when I'm performing. It just makes you feel so much in power, and so good. I'm just so happy. I'm happy when I'm singing.
Yeah, there's another aspect of being on stage. It's like, you're there present to perform, and that there's an audience, whether it's 1 or 1,000. But something does happen at that point when you're on stage, that you realize that it's message time, and you transform into a spiritual being delivering the message. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I think the spiritual part comes in at, again, when you certain songs, again, like Here's to Life, Everything Must Change, People Make the World Go Round, because I'll take an R&B and jazz it up. So when you're bringing those songs with a message, a lot of that has a spiritual message in it. And Everything Must Change definitely has a powerful message, because we know that with this world and everything that's going on, and that still penetrates, and I noticed that it affects people. Like when I did that on your set, and somebody was back there, just hollering, because that message it resonates with a lot of people, that everything must change.
It does. And even to this day, when I hear it, I hear your voice singing it. It's because of that delivery and how heartfelt it is for you to sing it. You do realize that everything must change. It's not just a lyric, it's a way of life.
Right. Right. And I think that's, those lyrics, they say a lot. They really do. And it's just, so I think that, it becomes a very spiritual piece, from stage. And then again, when you look down, and even you see people with tears. You can see that people I've seen people when I'm performing, with tears, because I guess they are, reflecting. And so I think that all of that combined just makes it all worthwhile.
Well, Asada said, let's hear that music. So you know what? I'm going to give you the music. But before I do, I'm going to run and do a quick break, as we have to pay attention to the advertisements that need to come up. And when we come back, we're coming back with Zemrah in Love is Possible.
Thank you, Asada.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Well, we're back, and Zemrah, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about your song before I play it. Love is Possible, and you can introduce it, and we'll get right going. I'm taking myself off screen, and I'm going to allow you to have that few seconds.
Well, thank you. Love is Possible is a tune that I wrote, the music as well as the lyrics. And I do really and truly believe that, I talk to a lot of single women, and I let them know that no matter what you might be going through, the need for someone in your life, that special someone, don't give up and don't doubt, because love is possible. And here we go.
Possible when you believe that it is. Love is possible when you know that it is. When you feel like there's no hope for love, you can make your dreams come true. If you know just what to do, you just think. Love is possible when you believe that you're free. Love is possible when you embrace it with ease. Everything you want is yours for the asking. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Love is possible. Love is possible.
The bomb. The bomb.
Thank you so
The
much.
bomb. Oh my God. Wait a minute. First of all, Michelle Person says, good morning to everyone listening to jazz on Friday morning, Michelle.
Okay, Michelle.
Good morning. And now I get up and I start my jazz anytime I want to, at day and night. People can hear my music filtering from my place all the time.
Yeah.
But look, Asada say, jam. It's a jam. It's a jam. It certainly is. It certainly
Thank
is.
you.
And then you said to me, that's not even the song that you wanted to do first. You said the one that people seem to be really attracted to is, what's the name of that tune?
You Are. That's a beautiful ballad.
Yeah,
I've done that at weddings and anniversaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what's the name of the album?
Love is Possible.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Well, it's a great tune. I absolutely adore it. What do you all think? I got Michelle.
I do a mix too, because I'm even doing what's going on there. I'm doing Cruising. I See You as another piece.
Are you doing Cruising as in a cover, or Cruising as in your original?
No, cover.
Cruising.
That's Smokey.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, that's on Love is Possible.
Okay.
And I did. I always wanted to do that, Bella. So
what made you want to do Cruising? And wait a minute, now I have because
I just I like taking R&Bs and just, adding my little twist to it. Yeah. So I don't know. I always wanted to do that, and I did it. And what's going on? I did it.
Well, Zelda Robinson's in the room. Hey, Zelda, my sister. Grand Rising, beautiful queen sisters. Heard Zemrah at my Bid Wish Jam with Dr. Marsha Noble. Phenomenal women you both are. Peace and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
We got some wonderful one. I love Marsha. We just got some super sisters that get in there and they're just awesome. And what I love about it, when we can share, when we can collaborate, like I work with Pamela Wilkes, who is a phenomenal writer. She's the one that wrote the lyrics to You Are, and I wrote the music. She just said, Zemrah, let me let you hear my this poem that I wrote. And I just took it and started singing those words. And You Are is just, it's a beautiful, beautiful ballad. Oh my God, I just love it. So it's good when we can collaborate and come together and no inhibitions, just come together and share our thoughts. That's what I love about you. And it just makes all the difference in the world, because we got to do that. We have to, when we have a position that we can make a difference. And that's one of the things that I loved about Marsha. When we can come together and make a difference, that counts for a lot. It just does. Like Herman Hartman, that's my manager for about 9 years.
I didn't know Herman was your manager.
Yeah, for 9 years. I mean,
I did come to the show that was produced over at the
City Winery.
No, the Logan Center.
Oh yeah, well that was her. That was her thing. Yeah, that was.
Oh my God, with
awesome.
Kurt Ep.
Yeah.
You open Kurt Ep. Come on now.
Sasha Dalton, I adore her. She works with me. We just collaborate.
These are the icons in our community, and
they are
because of their service to our community. They have served it in terms of music. There's a civic part of it that has just really have meant more than anything else. Like Naima's here. She says, fabulous. I love it. I think that's my theme song. Love is possible.
Oh, thank you.
It's your theme song, huh? Screech pull up to the bumper, baby.
Yeah. Thank you, Naima.
Yes, but that is it. It's about when you're in something like what we do for a living, it's boundless.
It is.
It doesn't always prepare you for what your new visions become or what new things you began to materialize in terms of, say, your music and what have you. you're just in it doing it, and it's like a moss, you know, a ball of moss just rolling, gathering more and more, and you find yourself becoming more communal in a way, right? You find like speaking to things and doing things that you like. Here I am doing coffee break, right? I mean,
and you're doing it very well, I might say.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful to God for it, and I'm grateful to the come on.
Yes.
I'm grateful to Naima for creating this medium, and for Asada seeing me that day and saying, "Hey, you know what? She belongs with us." And grabbing.
Wasn't it beautiful? That's what I'm talking about. That was awesome. When you shared that, I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. We can't do it all together.
But it also speaks to how you're seen, and you don't know.
Absolutely.
We don't always know who's looking at us and for what reasons they're looking at us, you know, and how we're impacting the public, right?
Right.
Many times I'm out, I'm just doing things. I'm not thinking about what I did. I'm thinking about what I need to do. I'm always thinking about what I need to do. And I think when you're in service to people, that's what happens.
Absolutely.
For it's much different because you think it's always going to be on stage. You think it's going to be through, if somebody says they love your music, they're going to buy it. But that's not it.
No.
It's bigger than that.
It really is. It's a lot of it can be behind the scenes. I do a lot of that too. So, you know, it doesn't have to be always where it's actual visible. And I think that's, you know, that's always important. Now, there's my baby right here. I Am Zemrah, my upcoming concert. Here's the Life number 8. Senabella, where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. Okay.
You said, Senabella, where you go? I'm like, I'm so busy looking up and talking. Duh. Sometimes it helps to have help. We go.
Yeah, that's my baby right here. My Here's the Life concert.
Yes.
And this is number 8.
So talk about it. It's coming up soon.
It's coming up October 18th on Sweetest Day. Doors open at 6, and we have a VIP that starts at 5, which we want to make sure that you're there, Senabella.
Yes.
As a special guest. And we just, you know, I'm so excited about it. When I did my first one in 2011, October 2011 on Sweetest Day, and somebody in the audience, they said, you should have this annual. And I said, really? And I thought about it. And, you know, during COVID, there was you know, of course we couldn't do it, but basically we are on number 8. And I have a wonderful chairperson, Miss Wilda Belt, and then Rita Prater, who does a lot of my media work, and you know, Hermine steps in and always, you know, does advertising for me. Mm-hmm. And Sasha, you know, recently, you know, she's been some assistance to me. So we just, you know, I have a wonderful group that we call them our ticket ambassadors, you know, and they get out, Karen McCoo and Patricia Mickle, and you know, just get out and really, you know, help me, Laverne Morrill, and just I'm very happy about the support that I have. But this time too, I have an opening act, Mark Allen Felton, better known as Panther. This brother is absolutely has played all over the world. He is absolutely a phenomenal person, but saxophonist, which is my favorite instrument, you will not be sorry. This brother is cold. So I am very, very happy about and excited about that.
Well, you mentioned saxophone. We don't have a lot of time left, but I just want to say my favorite is trumpet. And I think it speaks to how we hear our voices too, as well. When we hear love. For mine, the clarion call is the trumpet. When I hear a trumpet, I feel like I can go everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But a great sax player, oh my God.
I love it. But you know, now I go with you, Senabella. I gotta say that. Corey Wilkes, that's my guy. He's been on several of my concerts. And that brother, when you talk about trumpet and clarity, you're right. but you get a good saxophonist, and this one that I got on this concert
Right.
blow you away.
Right. Well, trumpet has more range too.
Yeah.
It can do a lot of things. It can sound like a trumpet and a flugelhorn. And so it embodies a certain kind of sound that can pull you in various ways. And depending on the creativity of the person who's using it, that's when you fall in love with a sax.
Exactly. Now I have a brother that's got that is also on sax. That's part of my band that does the flute as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's he's on the concert. And then I'm Sunday at
this Sunday
with the Jazz Coalition.
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
Jazz Coalition presents Jazz on the Step. This is Margaret Murphy.
Yep.
Another vocalist in our community who's
absolutely that's phenomenal.
Seat of production and expanding.
It's a great system
for other artists. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. All of us have to do it. And so Sunday, August 24th, 4 to 6 p.m., right here on the south side of Chicago at 31st Street, right at 71st Street, St. Moses, the Black Parish. People come and pack up out there, and they bring their chairs and they bring their little side tables and whatever they're going to have for libations, and they just enjoy the jazz. It's a free concert. That's another thing that's great about it.
Yes.
Don't forget to buy the tickets to Zemrah's event, because that handover, look, that's
all new songs. I mean, it's just, I
don't know what you're going to do on this set, but I know it's going to be fabulous. So everybody just take a nod. Here's the music. Here's Zemrah. She's going to be doing this piece, and it's going to be fabulous. So I just want to make sure that we don't miss that. Let me come out of this for a minute.
Senabella, I just love you. Thank you so much. You're absolutely a phenomenal sister. Thank you so much for all you do in the community, all you do to support other vocalists. You know, that's a blessing. And you don't have any problems doing that. You don't have any problems giving those kudos and those acknowledgments. And I think that's very, very, it's just wonderful that you're able to do that. You're one of the people that can make a difference, and you do that. And I have to say, I respect you a lot for that.
Thank you so much. I think it's I've been challenged with great mentors. You're one of them. I have more than several, and it was always about putting your feet on the ground. They say boots on the ground, doing the work.
Absolutely.
And I always saw the work as worthy. The challenges is worthwhile. My creativity won't allow me to do any less. It's like coming up with something. And so just like as we know, we come into this holiday season, I plan on having a big show at the end of the year for everybody. We'll talk about that more. But before we get into anything else on me, I just want to say thank you for coming in the room today. I'm sure everybody has loved listening to you. But as we go, I'm going to close my last few minutes out with your song. And I love you all. I'm closing out, but I'm giving my last few seconds and minutes to the beautiful Zemrah. I am Zemrah, Irresistible Zemrah, my dear sister and friend. And don't forget to love, follow, and to share and like her content. She's at Zemrah1@yahoo.com. And let's go. Love you. Mwah.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Naima. Have a good day, everyone.
Possible.
Love is possible when you believe that it is. Love is possible when you know that it is. When you feel like there's no hope for love, you can make your dreams come true. If you know just what to do, you just think.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.